Yes guys, just Essie here. I wanted to thank you guys for coming back to my channel every single time and supporting my videos. I wanted to say to you guys, thank you for watching them and being patient and bearing with me. I've bought a new camera now, invested, so the video quality is going to improve significantly. You can see it as now already, you know, we're going to be bringing out some more material, some more videos, different places, different sceneries. I want you guys to also comment below, let me know what you want to see more of. Also, before the video starts off, I wanted to let you know I'm doing a little competition for any designers, graphic designers out there. Shout me. I want an intro for my YouTube videos. If you can make something for me, I'm going to select the best one, and the best one will win £50 direct transfer into their bank account. Simple. Yeah? What more could you ask for? Anyway, without any further ado, let's get this video started. But it depends though, innit? Because in London, yeah, you get different type of heat through the buildings, innit? Like it's, you know, when it's insulated and it's given back off. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's the type of heat it is, and it's not really right. You know, if you're at the ends like Mill Hill or boy, it's not really built up, because I don't know, like not really tall buildings and stuff like London. I don't know, I'm just saying, innit? Like you said, it's hills and that, innit? You can't really have tall buildings on hills.
No, like, you can't, exactly.
You go down, innit? Shit.
That's like Primrose Hill as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You know what I mean?
Hampstead Heath, all around those type of places.
Nothing tall too much.
Yeah.
Apart from the hospital, but it's just normal.
Even the hospital isn't even that tall up.
It's kind of tallish when you think about it. Like it goes down from time innit, and then starts going up before. Yeah.
But then everything surrounding it is like, it's normal. So.
Yeah, and it was kind of built into the hill as well anyway, like the hospital. That's kind of sick.
What are you talking about? Royal Free?
Yeah.
Yeah, true actually.
You know what I mean?
At the car park. Yeah.
But yeah, so cool. Let's get this thing cracking off anyway. So one of these topics here, we can discuss social interaction and how things have changed basically. You know, people having the social platforms, yeah, but them not wanting necessarily to communicate in person. I'd rather do things on the phone, like through those sources, rather than okay, cool, like, you know, back in the day you didn't really have an option but to meet a person, for example. You know, if you're a friend you're going like to play, you're not going to call them, you're just going to go there, innit? You know what I mean? You know how things have changed now.
How things have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even from the kids to adults. Yeah, what do you think about that? Do you feel like things have changed?
Yeah, things have definitely changed. I guess it's just called like technology, and things are advancing. And with the advancement of technology comes all these other factors, like the way we communicate with one another. I think nowadays everyone likes comfortability and convenience, so communicating on your phone through an online platform is convenient for a lot of people. Same way email is convenient in the workplace.
Of course.
So you don't have to have so many meetings, travelling here, there, everywhere.
Of course it's convenient, but at the same time you can never actually fully understand the person until you meet that person in real life. That's what I think. You know, like it's crazy. You know, like how people can do, I don't know, like some people could do relationships and not meet each other. For example, do you get what I'm saying? Like, or long distance things and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I find it all a bit. It's all a bit weird.
I mean, if you're talking in the context of like relationships, then
I kind of made it too broad.
Yeah, you made it quite broad.
Yeah,
that's why I said, what are you asking?
Let's pull it back a little bit. Like.
Yes, read it back a little bit. That's why I said slow down a little bit.
No.
So then, what are your thoughts?
About what?
About the same thing you asked me.
People like, like what I said, like people can't really understand and get to know other people properly. Like if you're online, you can always do personas, you can always show a person the different. It's quite easy, and plus you're not necessarily going to understand how a person's coming across. You know, they might come across blunt or this or that. You're never not going to understand necessarily their emotions. So when you see the person, yeah, they might say something in the same way. You might be like, oh, rah, like that's a bit mad. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, so I feel like.
So then, what do you mean? Like, are you talking about? Because for what reason would you be interacting with somebody
It's
online?
true.
It's either going to be work related,
Yeah,
social
or
media,
yeah.
or dating, like romance, relations. That's why I said what.
Yeah, but at the minute it's broad. At the minute we're not making it broad, innit? That's what I'm saying. We're keeping it light because we're not going into the relationship side of things. That's already to come in it. So we're keeping that side of things light right now. We're just starting off with the social side of things.
Oh, so just socially.
Yeah,
like,
that's what we're talking about at the minute. And then after, the conversations are going to go to the relationship side of things and get more, you know, nitty gritty. Like now it's just kind of
just a
warm
up.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Nothing too heavy, innit? Do you know what I mean? You know, so yeah, like how people communicate on social media as well. Like,
yeah,
there might be a person, yeah, they might have, let's say, okay, 100k followers or 150k followers, and they might start thinking they're famous now, innit?
And then these times they're just some any person.
Do you know what I mean? You know, like, all due respect, innit? Like, no disrespect to people putting in work and where props is due, credit where credit's due, innit? But, you know, some people, they do think they let social media cloud their judgment. Definitely. That's the thing. You know.
Definitely. And it's scary because the age groups that are being impacted, it's getting younger as well. And then it's like, who? But then you have to kind of look to the parents because the parents are buying the kids the phone, but then it's like, if you don't buy the kid the phone, they're going to feel left out and they might get bullied or all these things, you know what I mean? So it's like a terrible
it's like
trap, basically.
A cycle, innit? Revolving cycle. Obviously the parents, they fall into it as well.
Yeah, even some of the parents are getting into that social media and all that as well. And all these things like about TikTok. TikTok is not even the only platform that's been under the spotlight for privacy or whatever's going on underground there. Snapchat, they've all been like put in the spotlight and questioned. And it's like they get questioned and put in the spotlight for like 2 seconds, and then the next day nobody's talking about it.
Finished,
and I'm sure these things that they're being accused of is still going on and operating under their noses, and everything just runs. The internet it rules.
And I feel like it's always going to be a constant thing. You had Bebo, MySpace, these things all back in the day. They come, they go.
Just evolving.
Just different stuff in different ways now. Like, these people, they've got so much of a hold over the world. Like, WhatsApp and Facebook, it's 2 different platforms where they've got so much people's information, so much people are using it.
Ownership. They've got so much ownership.
It's crazy when you think about like just maybe
all
5
your
companies.
conversations that you're having on WhatsApp. Somebody's got access to all.
You know what I mean? Like 5 companies have access to all of our details in the world, and like, you know, just
and then in some ways,
just, you know what I mean? Things could just change. They might go rogue one day, and they might just sell off all our things, and boy, everyone's pissed. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's not going to work, but who knows?
But in some ways, like, this is kind of off topic, but it's kind of on topic. Like, sometimes I think when I look around London, like, there's so much CCTV and whatnot, and I don't like looking at CCTV because I feel like they're watching the camera at that exact moment that I've looked up at the CCTV. But more time, there's no one watching the CCTV like in the shops and whatnot. Anyway,
in the shops, but
in supermarkets and stuff. So then. What am I saying? Yeah, so sometimes I'm like, it's too much, like the way they can watch you and this and that. And then sometimes I'm like, but actually, if something happened to me, God forbid, touch wood.
It's the best way to be able to...
It's kind of beneficial that there are these things in place that can track our movements and this and that.
But at the same time,
But...
just off the back of that...
More time it's used for bad. Not bad, but do you get what I mean?
Not necessarily, but off the back of that, you
well, I think a lot of people that's been kidnapped, they haven't been found because of CCTV.
But if you're a criminal, hypothetically, if you're a criminal, and this is your job and this is what you do, you're gonna know where it doesn't have CCTV and where it does have CCTV.
Yeah.
So all the shit that you're gonna do is gonna be off camera. So, you know, in that aspect, it's helpful, but it's still it can be evaded, isn't it? Because there's a lot of blind spots.
It's
A lot
true.
of blind spots.
It's true. There are
a lot of blind spots.
Hella.
Yeah. A man can get.
There's only cameras on main roads.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go.
Any of these type of back roads,
go off to your block. Yeah, they ain't finding you, bro. Unless the neighbour heard something like.
Trust me,
see outside the window, you know. 1:15 in the morning, like. Yeah, I was looking at my blouse. I see him get killed. That's bad. Fuck that.
Oh,
yo, shit. But imagine living in the sticks though. That's even worse. Because they ain't got no cameras up there. You know.
No cameras. They're police. They're just like what 10 police for like a community.
Yeah.
How many thousand?
No, but real talk. Like probably on duty at that time was probably 10 for the whole village.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
That's what I'm saying. I've watched those programs.
Yeah, big man thing.
Yeah.
I've seen them things as well. Like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the ambulance as well.
Oh, I don't really.
Have you not seen that one?
It's the ambulance.
Yeah. They've been playing that a lot. Ambulance programs. And I was discussing it with my mum, so I was like, obviously they've been pushing this whole thing of save the NHS, right? This is completely off, but
no,
save the NHS. They were pushing that from the get-go, and I always thought that's the wrong message to be pushing, but obviously they've really done it now. You can't turn back. So what they kept doing is showing documentaries that showing like how much work paramedics are putting in, and doctors and ambulance and hospitals, like every single show about coronavirus was showing the NHS and to go along with the thing that they're heroes and whatnot. Like obviously they've been doing their thing, but even out of corona they do their thing, innit? Because they help a lot of people. So I forgot my point, but
yeah, but there was even certain
that was like about the programs, So with this corona, like some other countries, they show the nitty gritty. Like they will go to the families that have lost loved ones and stuff, and show people that have lost their jobs and their businesses. Like this country doesn't show none of that. They don't show none of the dirty stuff. They only want to show the things that look good and shiny and polished, and that they can manipulate to their control. That's what the media controls. Everything. The media controls what we see, and that's why things like YouTube and all this is booming and blowing, because the media can't control it. YouTube even has some control. What can you do with it?
Oh, of course they've got control, innit?
What can you do? But you get what I mean, though.
They work with the government.
There's a fair bit of freedom.
In
comparison to on like mainstream TV or whatever.
Of course, you've got free expression to a degree.
Exactly.
Of course,
But
like
even on social media, you're not even free, really. Look at, in some ways, I don't know. That's a whole different conversation. That's just like a whole different.
Touch on it. We'll do something like, okay, boy, Wiley, innit? Like,
that's
obviously. Man said certain things online, and man got shut down. Obviously, other people are saying certain things for years, never getting shut down. People write petitions, all of this stuff to get man shut down. Only after a certain amount of people signed it, that's when the person's getting shut down. But they want to see a black person, they say, "Raw, man's talking about the Jews." Media, shut him down ASAP. And it's not even just the Jews thing, it's probably because he's black, but put the Jews in there as well, mad.
You're done out here. You're done out here.
Yeah.
Look what happened to Nick Cannon.
Yeah, took him off the show straight away. But again, I thought on that topic, I thought like Wiley, he knew what he was doing in some shape or form.
Yeah, the thing with Wiley, it's like, it's sort of like if Kanye was to say it, like, because he does things for attention sometimes and this and that. And, some people purposely want to have extreme views.
I'm sorry. I have to cut you in here because I feel like what's mad is that everyone's jumped onto this trend. Everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, Wiley's like Kanye, like."
Is that what everyone's saying?
Yeah,
I didn't even know everyone's saying that.
I'm not really feeling that still. I don't feel
I ain't heard that anyone said that.
Yeah, because it's mad just to say, okay, because he's got extreme views, he's automatically he's got something wrong with him.
No, I didn't say he's got
No, not what you said, but this is what people have been saying, innit? They're trying to put him in the same category and say, oh,
but they've been saying that about Wiley from time though.
They've been saying the drugs thing and all of this stuff, but they never really said anything about mental health.
Okay.
Ever really? Do you get
but
what I'm
then usually they link drugs and mental health.
It does, but at the same time, they've never really put too much emphasis on it. Now they see oh, okay, Kanye is having a little outburst. Oh yeah, probably Wiley is as well. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that, man. Like, it's the media again. Like, they're just trying to.
Yeah, no, I
put them
definitely
all
hear what
into
you're
the,
saying.
you know.
I hear what you're saying. I wasn't able to see, like, I'm not sure if I saw the full extent of Wiley's tweets. So I tried to Google it and try and retrieve some of them. I think I saw a couple, but I don't know if it was everything. But I mean, I didn't come here to talk about what my opinions are of what he said or whatever. But definitely some of what he said, in my personal opinion, is accurate. And people need to stop hiding away from certain truths. Like, just own it. Do you know what I'm saying? What's the big deal? Just own it. That's like someone saying Indian people don't run the black Afro hair industry. They run it. Like, own it. I'm sure they'll be like, yeah, we do. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what
I hear
I'm
what you're
talking
saying.
about?
I hear what
about
you're saying.
finance and all of this.
I don't know. I didn't see that one. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see that one, yeah.
So yeah, maybe I didn't see them all, but like, I feel like there was a lot of stuff that was said. Yeah, it was maybe taken out of context. But what it
Something
is,
about the KKK.
bloody hell, he said more stuff. Fucking, I didn't hear nothing
Did you not
about
see?
that.
So what did you see then?
So obviously he said that Jews don't own Jerusalem.
Okay.
And he said something about how they run the media and they control obviously what we listen to, all this stuff. They're the head of it, la-di-da-di-da. That's basically all I heard. That's basically all I heard from what he said. Obviously I see a couple of videos.
Yeah.
You know.
So obviously, apparently, I think it said that he made some tweets, and then they suspended him for a little bit, and then they let him back, and then he came back and then went on another mad, like started like saying more stuff, and then that's when bare people started saying like, you should have shut him down from then before. But I think it's wrong for political members to speak on something like that, but then people will be like,